I've been just trying to figure out this whole entire time how to like be easier on myself. It's been like a huge dilemma of mine of like I'm always there for people, but I'm always last to take care of myself. And like it's been very difficult trying to navigate and trying to always be there for myself first, because I love giving advice. I love hearing that people seek help, especially from me. And I love giving out advice. There's one character trait about me that maybe not a lot of people like. There's this character trait about me that there's this character trait about me that maybe not a lot of people like, but I talk a lot. And the moments when I do listen, I have a lot to say. Not to say that I lived a different life or I lived a better life or I have more wisdom, but I feel like the things that I be telling people or the things that I low-key need to be following through with myself. But bro, it's been like a very up and down path with trying to like just be my best friend, being my own best friend, because like fuck bro, it's so difficult. There's so many things that I always there's always so many little things that I always fall short from, and it's like fuck bro, time and time again I always just beat myself up over the little things, and it's like bro, why? And then it drives me in this loophole of just starting to think negative again, and it's just like a whole process that I have to get over, and it repeats, and then I have to get over it, and then it repeats, and I have to get over it. So like I've just been fighting through that, in all honesty. This is going to be like a different type of video where I was going to basically tell you guys that you have to become your best friend. But like bro, in all honesty, I don't even know the steps. Like, I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how I'm treating myself. I don't know, like, I'm just trying day in and day out. Like, every day I'm trying, every day I'm trying, every day I'm trying. I'm not trying to give up, because the last time that I did give up, my life went left, not right. It went really left, and it wasn't really the best to be around me at those times. No, not at all. And I'm still deep inside the same type of person, but I just started treating people differently, and I started treating myself differently, and I started noticing a change. But now I'm stuck again, because I'm trying, and I feel like I could be doing so many more things. I feel like I could be doing so many more extravagant things, but for some reason I'm not. And like I feel like that's all due to the fact that I'm not my best friend, and I'm always hard on myself, and I'm always beating myself up at the slightest inconvenience that I run into, and it's low-key bonkers of me for doing that. But bro, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to keep on pushing forward if time and time again I just keep on fucking failing, And hey, fuck, they always say enjoy the journey, but like bro, how do you enjoy the journey when everything that keeps on happening has this negative aspect to it? Like, it's very easy to say, let's look at the negative thing as a lesson, and let's learn from it, and let's get better, than just accepting it as it is, and then just giving up right there. Because I feel like that's what I've been doing for almost half my life. Whenever I came up into a failure, I would just accept the failure as it is and just stop. And then that's when true failure actually hits. Because you actually didn't continue. Because failure is only failure when you fully stop. But if you continue and continue and continue, though, that's not failure. It's only attempts. And I feel like I just beat myself up at all these attempts that I've been trying to do. Like, I've been trying to throw it up and trying to just do this and try to do this and I try to do that, and nothing's working. But I'm not just, the only thing that I'm not trying to do is lose myself in the midst of all this chaos, you know? Because that's the last thing that I want. Hence why I'm trying to become my best friend again. And I'm trying to just feel that glow that I was feeling before, or feel that like internal happiness that I was feeling before, or this internal peace, or like sanity of some sort, if that makes any sense. I don't know. But there's been a whole bunch of ups and downs this whole month. Like, a lot of things happen, you know, and specifically this month, I took it like a full-time job, this content stuff, and like, I was just uploading after uploading after uploading after uploading, and then I started thinking, like, what's the purpose, bro? Like, you know, like, what's the purpose of all this shit? Like, what am I actually doing? But then I started to actually like these certain things, and I started just like to like positively I just used to like start positively talking to myself, like, you know, started thinking about this shit in a positive way. Like, bro, fuck. I started thinking like this content thing, every time I post, it's like another lottery ticket. You never know. Because you never know. As I said before, like, we're all an overnight success. It just matters on when that night is going to come. And the only time that shit is applicable to you, if you stay consistent and you're dedicated to whatever cause that it is for you, you know? Whatever cause that it is that keeps you going, that keeps you grinding, that keeps you pushing, one day you will become an overnight success. You just don't know what that night will become. You don't know when that night will come. It'll just happen. You'll just wake up one day and you'll have that $1 million in sales. You'll just wake up one day and then you'll have that 1 million likes on your TikTok. Whatever you're aspiring it for it to be, you will get there. You just don't know what day. And I think that all starts with trying to just be, me personally, it's like my opinion totally. I don't really care if you guys think totally opposite, but I think you just have to be your best friend first in order for you to continue pushing and to continue going forward, because if everything around you is negative, and then on top of that, when you're on your own alone time and you're really just sitting there and just thinking, and that is also negative, bro, you're gonna end up giving up. You're gonna end up saying I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to continue with this shit no more. And in all honesty, I don't know if that's actually the truth or not, but it's my opinion that I believe is true. Because if you don't have self-respect, you'll never respect others. If you don't care for yourself, you'll never care for others or anything around you. So the same goes for being your own best friend. You'll never be able to have friends around you if you can't be your own best friend. If you can't take your own advice and actually be like, yeah, this is what's wrong with me and this is what I have to fix. Because if you're going to just constantly be like, this is what's wrong with me and there's nothing to fix about me, but this just keeps on beating me up, like, if you're just going to be sitting there and just thinking all the time about a negative situation and it's not because of you, it's because of something else, that's why you're like this, bro, fuck, shut up. This is where yourself needs to kick in and you need to start actually being in reality, because like a lot of times you're the reason why that shit happened to you. And like the only way that you could acknowledge that is by being first strict on yourself, but also being humble enough to know that you fucked up. And that's not humble enough with other people. You have to do that within yourself. That's how you build inner confidence. That's what I believe. Because if you're constantly lying to yourself all the time, like, bro, how are you going to ever build in that inner confidence? You know deep down that you always fall short. So why would you make anybody bet on you? Why would you make anybody say that, okay, yeah, I think that he got it, if you don't even follow through with the words that comes out of your own mouth, and not even out of your mouth, the words that just stay in your head when you're just sitting there reminiscing about whatever. You got goals, you got aspirations, you got things that you want to get done, you got things that you just strive that you want to be. You want to be a better person, then go be it. You want to be a rich person, then go try to be rich. Go chase that dream. But by sitting there and being negative to yourself and just constantly just complaining and thinking that you're you're not the reason why this shit is happening to you, then there needs to be a reality check. There needs to be a point where, all right, you need to understand that I need to wake up, I need to take control of my life, and I need to actually put one foot after another. And you fuck the destination. The journey is what makes the destination 10 times better, because that's what creates the context of the story. Because if all you're focused on is the destination, and along that journey of the destination, you're constantly negative, you think you're gonna have any story to say but bullshit? Why are you gonna be able to say anything? Let's think about that, with common sense. You have to just fall in love with the journey, and that starts with calling yourself out on your bullshit and being humble enough to know that you're wrong, humble enough to know that you fucked up, and humble enough to know where this is the area that I need to fix. If you can't do those things, then forget self-respect. Forget it. Because you have to be humble enough, and you have to be willing to be like, all right, ego's out. I need to fucking work on myself. Because accountability comes in with self-respect. If you can't keep yourself accountable for the things that you tell yourself, especially when it comes to, you're not even projecting it, it's the things that you tell yourself in your conscious mind, that's when it will really affect you. Because you can't be real with yourself. You can't be humble with yourself. In all honesty, I can't be real with myself sometimes. I can't be humble with myself sometimes. Sometimes I'm arrogant as fuck and I think I'm the best. There's a lot of people that come to me and tell me, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that and I can't do that. Bro, I did it. There's a lot of people that tell me that they can't lose weight and they have no time and they have no this. Me and you have the same 24 hours. How come I did it and you can't? The only fact of the matter is that you don't know how to prioritize certain times for certain things that you want. If you can't humble yourself and really say, all right, this is where I need to get fixed, and this is where I need to fucking sacrifice, this is what I need to get done, forget it. All the shit that I'm saying right now is out the window. Because in order to be you have to be able to be comfortable in your own skin. You have to be able to love yourself. And if you're not able to love yourself and you're not able to be comfortable in your own skin, there's only one thing that's left. It's that you're not able to be fully honest with yourself. You're not able to fully see what's actually right in front of you. That you're probably the answer. That you probably just been fucking up and blaming everything else that's not you that made you like this. Because if you really just sit down and really think, you could change the outcome. Nothing is permanent in this life. Nothing stays forever. Nothing. So why are you waiting for a moment to change? You have to make the change, and that change starts with being real with yourself. You have to be like, all right, this is my pro, these are my cons. It's like, all right, these are my pros, these are my cons. This is what I gotta improve on. This is what I have to stack up. This is what I have to completely eliminate. And then from there, you just gotta work day in and day out. We all have the same 24 hours. How are you gonna dedicate those time? Yes, I get it. You have fucking work. You have fucking this and that. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you have a wife that you have to pick up after work. I don't know what your schedule is like. But it really matters what you put your time into that is going to affect the outcome of your sanity. Forget your life, of your sanity. Because if you're not sane here, your life is going to become miserable. Yes, there's probably some people out here that are insane and out of this fucking world that have the best type of life on the outside of things. But in reality, deep down, do you think they're actually happy? Do you think that they're actually happy? I don't think, though. I don't think so. So what makes you think that? Because they're in this flexi car or this flexi clothes, or who cares about that? You know what really matters? If you're able to stay true to your own word. Because that will build inner confidence. And the more that you do that day in and day out, the more inner confidence that you'll have in yourself. The more better that you feel about yourself. Especially when it comes to the physical, it will start showing. You will start really walking with confidence. Because day in and day out, if you start feeling good about yourself, you're going to start actually acting and being good towards others. People will actually notice it. People will tell you, bro, this and this and that. You've been so great. You've been so great. Oh, wait, what's been going on with you, bro? People will try to bring you down, of course. That's always how life is. There's always going to be that one evil person that's going to try to just be that anchor to the ship that's just straight sailing away. But it all starts with you. It all starts with you being your best friend, trying to figure it out along the way. Because, fuck, bro, with this content shit, for example, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I bought a new phone, I got a new camera, I started posting, and I still don't know what I'm doing. As fucking, bro, there was this one statement that Tyler Creator really said that just stuck with me for a very long time now, is create like a scientist. No, sorry. It's create like a child and then edit like a scientist. And what I believe he means by that is by, of course, it's a no-brainer when it means like create like a child, because those guys have children have the craziest imagination. Because when we were children, you were thinking of the most outrageous stuff. I know it's the same for you guys. But when it comes to editing like a scientist, I believe he's talking about how scientists go through theories with 20,000 different type of hypotheses, and maybe 18,000 of those hypotheses that they wrote down didn't work. Maybe even all of them didn't work, but that last one did. You have to continue stacking up those little things. Because as a scientist does, they experiment, they take down notes, they see different things, they see different outcomes, and they're like, okay, this didn't work and this went well. All right, so let's change something else. Create like a child and edit like a scientist. And like, I've been living like that for a very long time now. And right now, I'm trying to just figure out how to build the utmost best relationship with my personal self. Because I believe if you are right here, your life will become right. And so far, so good. Just right now, I've been running through a little hiccup down the road where I've been negative a little bit lately. But I need to snap out of it, and I need to take these words into consideration to myself and really just say, all right, this is really going to be the best for me, and I'm going to get better. I am low-key slacking off in this area and this area and this area. So I need to pick up the slack. I need to pick up where I left off. I need to stop. As I've been saying, being so negative with myself. I need to stop being so hard on myself. I just need to be easier. I need to be my best friend. I need to be my own best friend. I need to be that shoulder that I cry on. Yeah, it's good to have people around you, but you're going to be in that casket alone. So I want to be able to be strong enough to be that shoulder to cry on within myself. I need to be comfortable within my own skin. I need to love myself within my own skin. And that only starts with being real. I feel like this whole month of me doing this journey, the reason why I've probably been negative is because I've probably not been 100% real with myself. There'll be some days like, oh, why is the skill not losing weight? But yesterday I went to go have 2 shawarmas and I maybe a Chipotle bowl, saying it's like, I'm on a diet. Maybe that's why. I need to be more real with myself. I need to be more content with the words that I say to people and the words that I say to myself. And whatever I do say, I need to really act on it. No meaningless shit around here. No meaningless bullshit around here. We're not trying to push the essential talks or the essence of love with some bullshit narrative, you know? In all honesty, that really is the pure essence of love and the pure form of loving yourself. Because the loyalty outvalues everything. That's what love really means. Loyalty outvalues everything. But what's the essence of that? And I think the essence of that starts with you. You need to preserve and protect and provide for yourself. You need to be loyal to yourself. You need to be able to be there for you. You need to be comfortable within your own skin before you could do that and say that you're capable of doing that for anybody else. And if you're not there yet, don't be so hasty and so mad at the world when shit doesn't go your way. Because if you're not with that, if you're not like that within yourself, if you're not like that within your own mentality, or if you're not humble enough to say, okay, I need to stop myself in this tracks, I'm going way too deep now, then you need to have a real sit down with yourself and really start just self-analyzing. There's a lot of things that I could have said or I do want to say, but let's keep that for a different video. I'm going to keep this video a little bit short right now. Today's topic was just trying to figure out how, or just try to really just speak about trying to be your best friend, trying to be your own best friend, trying to just love yourself within, trying to be comfortable within your own skin. And I'm not trying to say you guys have to be lonely or you guys don't have to keep anybody beside you, but you guys need to be real comfortable in the deep thoughts that you guys have with yourself. Instead of being in your room and doom scrolling in the middle of the night about the most heinous bullshit, you should really just do some self-reflecting and really just see, is this really my best? Is this really what I'm settling for? Is this really what I'm trying to do? Or do you have deeper aspirations, or do you have deeper goals, or do you have a deeper drive that really wants to take you to limits that you've never seen before, but you just don't know how to do it? And I think that step, I think everybody knows it, but it starts with you. It starts with loving yourself. It starts with respecting yourself. And in all honesty, it starts with being there for you. Stop being there for others. Hey, fuck, bro. I get it. You want to help out your best friend. You want to help your family. And you want to help your cousins. But what about you, bro? Why do you keep on forgetting about yourself? Why do you keep on making yourself your last priority? Of course you're going to come in last place if you're always putting yourself last. Why would someone put you first? Why? Why would someone put you first? If you're putting yourself last, please tell me why someone will put you first. You need to be really in that zone where you just love and care and nurture for yourself. The way that you do that for others, the way that people come and seek advice from you when they're going through dark times or hard times, you need to be able to pull yourself out of dark times and hard times. You need to be able to put yourself in a situation where you could actually be okay alone, where you could actually be okay with this suffering or this pain that you're going through. Because as I keep on saying over time and time again, that nothing is permanent in this life. Allah made it that way. Allah made it that way for a reason. But we're just too distracted to see that we're our own answer right in front of us. And right now I made this video per se mostly for myself, mostly to just vent, and mostly just to get this perspective embedded into my head. So when I do have that Stairmaster time and I am dying, I just be listening to these words and be like, okay, yeah, I need to better myself, especially when I'm in those moods or in those modes, because everybody has those times. I'm not perfect. I fuck up. Everybody fucks up. Nobody's perfect. If we were made perfect, do you think there would be all this bullshit happening in this world? I don't think so. So nobody's perfect. Everyone fucks up. And it's just a matter of being able to acknowledge that you fucked up, being able to acknowledge that there's some margin to fix, there's some room to fix some shit, and that from there, you're not going to let it paralyze you. You're not going to let it make you stuck. You're going to be willing to actually push and keep on going forward and keep on going to the top and just hit limits that you've never thought that you could hit ever in your life. And that all just starts with you. Like, that always just starts with you. Respecting yourself, loving yourself, and just being your own best friend. If you're not capable of doing that, then this is not the video for you. But hopefully you guys like that. I just a little bit of like a piece of my brain just to like, don't let it out. But I love y'all. I love all the support. I might not have a whole bunch of subscribers, but thank you guys so much for the support. We're almost at 50 subscribers now, and just keep up with the likes and just let me know if you guys like these videos in the comments. I'm gonna continue posting and I'm gonna stay consistent. This shit is never gonna stop. And yeah, kind of at a loss for words right now. We're about to tune out. This is Talks with Yusuf. It's the Essential Talk Pod, and just live your life through the essence of love. Just preserve, protect, and provide for yourself. Love y'all, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace!